Alert, a public service message of the Governor's Traffic Safety Council.
WKBS, Burlington, Philadelphia. The Edge of Night will not be seen today due to a network preemption. Stay tuned now for the Dick Van Dyke Show.
The advancement of women, youth, and third world people, social and economic justice, peace, and a more human environment. Give us a call at 609-963-7614. At the YWCA of Camden County, the W does make the difference.
WKBS, Burlington, Philadelphia.
Hey, wait a minute, miss, can I help you?
Oh, yes, I'm looking for my father.
Oh, yeah? Who's your father?
Dr. Bryson.
By slashing prices on appliances, TVs, and audio equipment. Plus, Silo will give you 2 free passes to the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus at the Spectrum, June 2nd to the 14th. Don't miss Silo's 35th anniversary sale.
It's an incredible circus of saving.
Tonight at 6, it's part 2 of Judgment from Outer Space on Wonder Woman.
Do you think I want to perform this operation? Do you think I want to mutilate that beautiful face of yours? Face that's come to mean so much to me. I'm helpless, Nancy. I have to do it. It's the only way I can satisfy them. My wife, Sharky. They're controlling both of us now, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I don't change it, please.
They'd just as soon see you dead.
Yeah.
You know that, don't you? This is the only alternative I have left. I'll be careful, Nancy. I promise you. When I operate this morning, I'll try and preserve something of you. God, I'll try.
Now, don't expect too much, Mrs. Carter. I mean, let's face it. This isn't any microsurgery the doc is doing. You can't expect him to do too terrific a job on such short notice.
Oh, go away.
It'll just have to be a quick nip and tuck. And if you don't look too good, who's gonna worry about it? Not Mrs. Bryson, you can be sure about that.
I feel
No, sir. I bet Lady Macbeth will make sure that pretty face of yours isn't so pretty anymore.
Go away. Go away.
Nancy!
Go away.
Nancy, what is it? Nancy!
No.
Nancy!
No.
Nancy!
Doctor, no. There isn't going to be an operation this morning. Please.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Ivory Liquid. Penny for penny, it washes more dishes than an average bargain brand. And by Tide. Women who count on cleaning put their trust in Tide.
Coach Hawkins, what are you doing in home ec?
Washing the team's uniforms for the second time.
Washing twice? What are you using?
This.
A so-called bargain, not a smart play, Coach.
Oh, but I saved a lot.
By washing twice, some saving. This is home economics, Coach. We use Tide, so we get clothes clean first time around.
On tough, muddy dirt like that?
Sure. Is this as muddy as that was?
Oh, you bet. All my guys are tough.
Oh, Tide'll beat it with just one wash.
Hey, Tide won.
Even after you wash this twice.
Tide was the clean winner 2-1.
Coach, the smart money's on Tide.
Extra Action Tide, the best detergent on American soil. It's a real cleaning bargain.
2-1.
I see you took a bargain dishwashing liquid. If I gave you the money, which would you buy?
I'd have to say Ivory.
Why Ivory Liquid?
It's really gentle and mild to my hand.
Why do you buy this?
That's a bargain. That's cheaper than Ivory.
What if I told you that Ivory Liquid is really the better buy?
I'd have to see it to believe it.
Let's test your brand against Ivory Liquid with a penny's worth of each. Let's wash some dishes. How are your suds?
I don't have any suds now.
How about the Ivory Liquid?
I still have a tub full.
Let's scoop some up and compare. Okay, what happened?
I did a lot more dishes. What I thought was a bargain isn't really a bargain at all. Ivory is the bargain. It's gentle to my hands, and I can save money. Right, honey?
You don't have to give up mild Ivory Liquid to save money.
I don't know where you got your information, but believe me, you're wrong. I haven't listed the house with Monticello Realty or anyone else for that matter. No, I am not thinking about offering it for sale. That's right. Goodbye.
What was that all about?
Oh, some hustling real estate agent thinks I'm a customer. Claimed I'd listed the house with another agency and wanted to know if it was an exclusive.
You haven't done that, have you?
No, of course I haven't. I don't think that was an innocent mistake either. I think somebody in that guy's office had the notion that because of my situation, I might not want to hold on. I can't blame the guy. It's fairly logical to assume that I might want to sell.
Well, anything you decide to do is fine with me, Mike. In fact, I've even been thinking about looking for a studio apartment in town just so you won't have to worry about me.
You're not a worry to me, Kelly. You're a comfort.
Don't get me wrong. I enjoy living here, Mike. It's just that I don't want to be in the way of any decision that you might have to make.
Kelly, I have no intention of selling this house. If I did that, it'd be an admission I'm not prepared to make. Oh, I'm sorry to start off such a nice sunny day and gloomy note.
You're not alone. I'm starting the day on a gloomy note myself.
How so?
Oh, watch the news on WMON tonight. Think you'll see it?
Well, if you give me a hint, I'll give you a cup of coffee.
All right, it's a deal. Remember that interview that Jody had with Geraldine Saxon?
Oh, yeah. How'd that come out?
Oh, went fine for them. In fact, there was only one part of the interview that I didn't like, but who knows? Maybe Geraldine Saxon will have the good sense to cut that part out, but I doubt it.
Something Jody said?
No, something Sky Whitney did. Oh, he came in at the end of the interview and put his arm around Jody.
I see.
Yeah, he treated Jody like she was one of his expensive new cars.
Well, a little pride in his new acquisition might be justified.
Yeah, but that's the part that burns me, Mike. Jody isn't his only acquisition. He's got Gavin Wiley now, too.
Gavin? I thought he was out of the company.
Oh, he was. But Sky Whitney talked him into going back. Something about Jody needed him.
Well, there could be some truth in that. She's been Gavin's student for quite a while now, and as the lead dancer in a new company.
Yeah, I know. Jody's thrilled about it. And Whitney's smiling all over the place, and everybody's really happy about it. Everybody but me.
Kelly, it might be the best thing for her, if she's going to make it.
I'd say this, Mike. For Jody's sake, I hope she doesn't make it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold it right there. Don't move.
I'm sorry.
What is this, amateur night at the Bijou? You haven't done one thing right for 20 minutes.
I said I'm sorry.
Weren't you looking in the mirror? Didn't you see yourself? You were moving with all the grace of a wounded rhinoceros.
I couldn't watch myself in the mirror, okay? Because I knew how bad I was.
But not watching yourself in the mirror makes it even worse. Don't you know that?
Look, I know I am terrible. And I feel as if I have forgotten everything I ever knew about dancing.
Well, I got news for you. You're right. I've seen first-aid beginners do better than you've been doing
That's
this morning.
enough. What is it with you? Do you have to kick me when I'm down? I know that I am only an amateur. It was crazy for Sky Whitney to hire me, to give me this job offer.
No, he wasn't crazy. He knew you could dance. He saw you dance, and you were terrific.
Yeah, well, I must have been in some kind of weird mood that day. I mean, I wasn't thinking about anything. I wasn't thinking about my center of gravity, about following a routine, about pleasing anybody. All I did was dance. That was it.
All right. Let's not get excited. We'll just have to start all over again, that's all.
What's the use? It doesn't matter. I can't do what Sky Whitney expects of me, Gavin. I just can't.
Okay. Maybe you can't. But you promised to try. And I promised to help you try. Now, unless you want to cut off both our incomes, let's go back and work.
You know, I feel sort of awful. I mean, I feel like I lied to everyone.
Oh, come on. You didn't lie about your talent. It's there. I've seen it. Whitney's seen it. Even Martine knows what you're capable of.
Martine, I told her I'd call her.
No, you've got to work.
Well, I really should see how she's doing.
Okay. It's obvious that you have enough on your mind without having to worry about that. Go ahead and call her.
Thanks.
Just one thing, Jody. Don't, mention my name.
Great.
Kleenex presents the Boutique Tissue Ceremony.
Flowers are pretty no matter the season. Elegant colors arranged for you. Beautiful softness for so many reasons. Only from Kleenex Boutique Tissues.
Kleenex Boutique in rich shades like ebony, oriental plum, and jade to blend Kleenex softness with every decor.
We give you Kleenex Boutique Tissues.
I'm a meat packer, and I used to add meat straps to my dog Fred's dinner until I found Alpo beef-flavored dinner. It's got so much meat protein, there's no need to add meat. In fact, there's as much meat protein in this bag as there is in this 10-pound roast. That's right. My meat-loving buddy loves Alpo beef-flavored dinner, don't you, Fred? Alpo beef-flavored dinner. So much meat protein, there's no need to add meat.
Don't worry about it, Judy. Every dancer feels the same way after a long layoff. And you're probably not nearly as bad as you think you are.
But I'm not the only one who thinks I'm terrible. I mean, if you could have heard Gavin. Anyway, I didn't call to talk about me. I called to talk about you, so how are you?
I'm all right. A little bit tired, I guess.
Did you sleep well?
No, not really. But I'll probably be able to sleep later on if I want to. I have nothing else to do anyway.
Well, I have an idea. Why don't you come by the studio? You know, give me a little moral support.
No, Judy, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. Look, why don't you just go back to work? And don't be too self-critical, okay? No matter what he says, what you're going through is only natural.
Yeah, I hope you're right.
Yes, I know I'm right. Look, stop thinking about your body and just try to concentrate on what you're doing. Listen to this. He has been giving advice to the rising star.
Martine, don't say things like that.
I'm only joking. But I'm not joking about the fact that you will be a star soon. I guess that's the only thing that Carlo and I agreed upon. Oh, I have to go now. Take it easy.
Louise, bonjour.
Bonjour. I hope you're not rushing out the door, are you?
No, not just yet.
Good.
Certainly not until I find out how my resident patient is doing.
I'm doing well enough to have taken a chance.
What do you mean?
I've fixed breakfast. Do you believe it?
Well, I believe it, but you shouldn't have bothered.
Come in. It's no bother at all. I just put on my coat and went to the local bakery.
Oh, the bakery. Well, that sounds simpler, yes.
It's a French bakery. I got croissant. Do you know this bakery?
I believe Nicole has given them some of our money from time to time, yes.
I see. I think the coffee's ready. I have 4 kinds of jam.
Oh, I tell you, this is very kind of you.
Oh, what is a little kindness considering all you've done for me?
Oh.
I hope the coffee's good. Do you take cream and sugar?
No, just that way.
Oh, good. Can I have your cup? Thank you. You know, I think I should have tried to fix some kind of American-style breakfast, but I didn't want to risk it.
Continental style is fine for me, and if you don't sit down and relax, I'm not going to eat.
Okay. Your wife must be a wonderful cook.
Why?
I don't know. I think most American wives must be wonderful cooks.
Well, that's funny. We always think the French are such great cooks. Anyway, Nicole doesn't have that much time to cook, especially in the evening. She's always down at WMON doing her broadcasts.
They must miss her there very much, right?
Yes, well, of course, Nancy Carr took over for her, but, well, you know what happened. So,
Yeah.
Geraldine Saxon will be very happy with the news.
What news?
Nicole's coming home
Oh, she is?
late next week. Just talked to her last night. Says it's definite. The doctors down in Key West have given her the okay. She'll be coming home.
That's a great news. I'm very happy for you.
Happy for myself. I guess you know how much I miss her.
Yes, I know. Well, you don't have to worry about me being in your way. You know, I'm leaving soon.
Oh, no, that wasn't meant to push you out. No, you're welcome to stay longer than that if you want to.
I know. Thank you, Miles. But I had already made up my mind. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave Monticello.
In the next few weeks, in stores across America, you will begin to find a remarkable new laundry detergent. It will be called New Formula Era. This new era will be a new combination of powerful cleaners. Cleaners that will work hard on ordinary dirts, tough dirts, grease, oil, and food soils. Cleaners that will work even harder than before on collars, all concentrated into 1/4 cup. Try it for yourself. Look for the special Era coupon in many newspapers the week of May 10th.
Babysitting means sitting. Oh, come on, Grandma.
Lillian Kimmel is pooped. She needs Coast deodorant soap, the eye opener. No other soap refreshes like Coast with its exhilarating scent. No soap has bubblier lather. Coast brings you back to life.
That's what we call cutting a rug.
Bring yourself back to life with Coast, the eye opener.
Mom, he took my brownie.
Ricky?
No, he took half. I can't put it back together.
Well, you can if it's moist.
It's magic.
Duncan Hines does the trick. The liquid chocolate flavor packet makes a moist batter that makes brownies so moist they cling.
Magic. For my next trick, I'll make this brownie disappear.
Duncan Hines brownies. Our magic is our moistness.
Sharky, is everything ready?
Yeah, it's nice and shiny, we did most of the work last night. I just gave it some spit and polish. Oh, just polish. I'm on a new antiseptic kick.
Very funny.
Could I ask you something?
Yes?
What do you think about all this? I mean about the doc taking Mrs. Carr with us.
With us, Sharky? I wasn't aware the four of us were traveling together.
You're right, we're not. I mean, as soon as I get my share of the money, I got better places to go than Europe.
Oh, yes, your share of the money.
I mean, Europe's okay if you know all those different languages, but I've gotten so used to plain everyday American. I understand, though, that the rate of exchange isn't so hot over there in Europe, so I figure I'm better off to spend my money in the good old USA. What do you think, Mrs. B?
Has Dr. Bryson spoken to you about your money?
Oh, yeah, every time I see him, it's the first thing he brings up.
Yes, well, I'm sure my husband will be fair.
Yes, I'm sure he will. I mean, he has to be fair. He's a smart guy. Only I wonder how smart he is dragging that woman along. I mean, even if he does change her face, she can always cause trouble.
Yes, you could always do that.
Yeah, so then why did you agree to it, Mrs. B? Why don't you just stick to your guns and make the doc do what you thought had to be done?
My husband has a mind of his own, Sharky. I can't always force him to. Well, we settle for the next best thing.
Yeah, and I bet you like the next best thing, don't you? Seen that pretty face get changed? The doc really likes that pretty face, doesn't he, Mrs. B?
Why don't you get Mrs. Carr ready right now?
Right now?
I've just come back from the operating room. My wife still...
Your wife? Your wife doesn't give you any choice. What do you owe her?
I owe her nothing, except my gratitude. Beth made it possible for me to complete my medical education. She's responsible for my career.
I see.
Sounds rather cold-blooded, doesn't it? I'm really not that way at all, Nancy.
I know. You like to think of yourself as a compassionate man, and it's very easy to be compassionate in your position.
I was married before, you know. My wife died in childbirth. Until then, I had no idea how much money it cost to raise a child decently. More money than I could afford and still continue my studies. I wish you could meet my daughter, Nancy.
Please introduce her, bring her here anytime.
Oh, she is here. She's been in Europe for years, educated in Switzerland. That's where I had my clinic once. At any rate, she suddenly decided to return to America.
And how much does she know about you?
Well, I hope she knows that no matter what happens, I will always love her. Just as I hope you know that I will always love you.
Dr. Bryson.
Yes. It's kind of a mockery, isn't it? Telling you I love you and you're still my prisoner here.
Dr. Bryson, you would never treat anyone you cared for the way I've been treated here, and you would never do what you're planning to do.
I'm following the only course I know. It's the only way open to me now.
You could let me go and turn Ira Gideon in. Dr. Bryson, please think about it. If you turned in Ira Gideon, it really wouldn't be that serious for you. I mean, the bank he stole the money from, they probably wouldn't press charges against you. And possibly neither would the law because of your helping them.
It's an idle dream, Nancy. Just as my hope that you might go away with me is an idle dream. Isn't it?
Do you want me to live a lie?
Nancy, there's still time to...
Ooh, hey. Hey, Doc, this is getting to be a little bit of a habit, isn't it? Look, I gotta prep the patient and you gotta scrub down. Right? So how do you feel this morning, huh? Like I said, the operating room is squeaky clean. The doc likes everything just so when he operates.
Please.
Look, I'm just as worried about you as Doc Featherstone is. Look, just calm down. Calm down. The doc will do a good job. He really knows his stuff, Mrs. Carr.
Do you remember I once offered you some money? I'll give you double that if you help me now. Did you hear me? I'll give you double. I give you my word.
Double?
Yes.
See that? That comes to over $500,000, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I wonder, Mrs. Carr. I wonder how the wife of a district attorney can come up with that kind of money. Put this on. Put it on now. I'll be outside.
I do one thing. I sing. By doing one thing all my life, I developed my own special style. Like Kentucky Fried Chicken. All they do is chicken, but they do it like nobody else. Oh, Kentucky Fried Chicken, they do it
Posturepedic, designed in cooperation with leading orthopedic surgeons for no morning backache from sleeping on a too soft mattress and for feeling so good it shows.
Yeah!
Last chance to save on CD's special Centennial mattress. Twin size, still $100. Save on other sizes, too. Introductory offer ends soon at participating stores.
Tonight at 8 on the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau, the crew of the Calypso travels to the Canadian North Country. Then at 9, Mac Davis performs on Country Top 20, a review of this month's best country hits.
Still think the whole idea is pointless. Only by bandaging the woman, the disguise will be just as effective.
You gave us your word, Kenneth.
Oh, I like the way you say us. Finally admit that Sharky's your ally.
Yes. Yes, he's a part of this now. Unfortunate, but true.
He's an uncontrollable part, Beth. Perhaps more so than Nancy Carr.
It's Mrs. Carr we have to worry about now. I know it hurts you a great deal, but if you insist on taking her with us, you must use your wonderful talents to make her unrecognizable.
Well, it won't be easy without feathers down here. You know, you're absolutely no use in the operating room.
You're wasting time, my dear.
Yes. Yes, I suppose you're right. I better get on with it.
You know, I really wish I was coming along with you when we all split. It's just that, oh, I don't know how much I'd like living in Europe. I like it right here. American skies and apple pie. You know, I hear that the girls are really something over there in Paris. Look, for once, would you cooperate and put on that damn thing?
All right, Sharky, you can go.
Yeah, well, you want me to take her into, you know...
I'll call you when I'm ready.
Right, you do that. I'll be right outside. Whistle even.
You're going through with it.
Simply the only way out. I'm sorry.
Well, you may be able to change the way I look, but you'll never change the way I feel.
I know that.
And I will never stop trying to get out of here.
Don't say that. Don't give them any more reason to do something drastic. Oh, for the love of heaven, woman, don't you realize I'm trying to save your life? I love you. God help me, I love you.
I do have a headache, and it's right here in my temples, and it just kind of goes through my head, and really, it's kind of centered right at the base of my neck. And I would like an aspirin.
Aspirin?
I've been using aspirins for at least 10 years.
Very interesting, Joyce, because the #1 selling brand of pain reliever doesn't contain aspirin.
That's hard to believe.
It's Tylenol.
Well, I've never tried it.
Today, we'd like you to try extra strength Tylenol. You know, you can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
Well,
look at the difference in the amount of medicine in the leading pain relievers.
Extra strength Tylenol has more medication. I'll try it.
How's your headache?
It's gone. It's gone. Extra strength Tylenol it's gone. I will use this from now on. Extra strength Tylenol is #1 with me.
Try extra strength Tylenol, tablets, capsules, and adult liquid. Aspirin-free, and you can't buy a more potent pain reliever without a prescription.
I'm ready to go out there and tackle the world.
Tomorrow night at 9, Robert Preston stars in All the Way Home, set in 1915. It's the story of a young boy's struggle to cope with the sudden death of his father. Stay tuned now as Peggy Cass joins the crew on board the Love Boat next.
This is Field Communications in Philadelphia.
Look at that favor go!
You can
Race through summer in Fava breezers.
Oh, look, everybody!
Specially priced at Fava, $10.
Go, Fava, go!
Comfortable breezers for men, too. Incredible at $12.
All right!
Cool, easygoing breezers. Put yourself in another winner from Fava. Now only $10 for women and just $12 for men. Breezers, only at Fava.
Hi, Mr. Burke. What's new?
Oh, Colgate, that's what.
Colgate? New?
Look, it's got a new, improved taste.
But we like Colgate like it is.
You'll like this one even better. It's a fresher 100% pure mint taste.
It is better, fresher. Will we still get great checkups?
You bet. Colgate's MFP fluoride still gives unbeaten cavity protection.
Pure mint taste, great checkups.
Hi, Fran. What's new?
Colgate, better.